Today, we're going to talk about mourning.
We all have a satisfaction associated with doing something that somebody finds useful.
As a coach, one of the things I work with a lot is the issue of confidence. And sometimes, there's all kinds of approaches to this. Some people seem to have more confidence, self-confidence than others, and there's a bunch of things that give us confidence or subtract it. If we've had failures, that subtracts confidence. So if we've gotten up to speak in front of people and been embarrassed and forgot our lines and people laughed or didn't pay attention, or we felt like we sounded stupid, that all subtracts from confidence. If you've performed as a musical instrument, I remember a piano thing that I played and I didn't think I did a good job, and that really hurt, sapped confidence. And there are also things that are not even real that affect our confidence. We imagine that we're going to fail, or we believe, we've decided ahead of time we're going to fail. Whether we do or not doesn't even matter. We've decided that. And this confidence thing is so important that sports teams, actors, bands, other groups have psychologists that work with them to talk about performance anxiety, confidence, and everything associated with that. My goal with this broadcast is to help you understand it and raise your level of confidence. So what do you do to raise confidence? Well, some people have a thing that says fake it till you make it. So pretend you feel good, pretend you're bold, pretend you're, confident, and eventually somehow you'll feel confident. There is a certain truth to that, because practicing something does make you better at it. And if you practice, so you have a sales script to learn, and you practice it and you get better and better at it. Obviously, the better you have it memorized and the more you feel fluid with it, the more confident you are. Also, the more presentations you give, the more you understand objections and questions and feelings, and so that increases your confidence. So practice is clearly the most important thing, or one of the most important things to raise your confidence. And you know that. That's not news. Sports, music, acting, meeting people, being comfortable in social situations, public speaking, all of those things are areas where if you do it, you become more confident. I want to talk about something deeper and more subtle that is actually more powerful. And that is your opinion of yourself. If you carry an opinion of yourself that's bad, like I'm not something, or I can't something, or I'm a shy person, I'm a weak person, I'm not confident, I'm frightened easily, I don't like new things. If you carry that definition in your heart or in your mind, if that's your belief, then it is going to affect your confidence in every situation. And what that means is it'll make it harder for you to learn. It makes it harder for you to get good at something. It's slower. And it makes it harder for you to retain skills. And the reason that it does is because you're working against yourself. Working against yourself with your mind. In other words, you have a discord, a disconnect, cognitive dissonance, we call that, where one piece of you is in one camp and another piece of you is in a different camp. And that's really hard to deal with, especially when you're doing something real time. So what do you do? What do you do about confidence? Do you just live in fear? Do you get angry with yourself and say, come on, why are you so afraid? And, we've all heard that speech, or a much worse version at different times, where we yell and scream at ourselves, either inside or outside, or actually because we didn't say what we could have said, or because we said something stupid, or because we remained silent, or we ran away from a situation where we knew we should have done something. That kind of feeling, right? So here's what I want you to try. I want you to take working on confidence 5 minutes and think, what are the things that you actually are grateful for? Gratitude is a precursor for confidence. Let me tell you why. When we lack confidence, it's often because we feel we're not as good as somebody else. We don't have what they have. So someone who has more money, more position, more influence, more power, we are inferior or afraid of them, and that creates this lack of confidence. And they have that stuff, therefore they must be cool, and they're, obviously more confident. And all of that's a story. None of that's necessarily true, right? We don't know how they got it. We don't know what's even going on there. We have no idea what's going on. And what they feel has nothing to do with your level of confidence. You can actually be completely broke and not in a position of power and still have confidence. There's a big difference between confidence and arrogance. I'm not talking arrogance. Confidence. Confidence comes from a certainty about what your cause or your purpose is. A certainty of purpose creates confidence. If you know for sure that what you're saying is right or good or helpful, that by itself increases confidence. At a more fundamental level, your opinion of yourself is the biggest determiner of your confidence. Your opinion of your own worthiness, your opinion of your own value are the biggest deciders about your confidence. So if you're going to work on your confidence, the first place to start is, what are you worth? And if that is a hard question to answer, that's the place to start. The truth is that you're a divine, powerful human being created by God with divine gifts and talents. That's the truth. Whether you've developed them or not, whether you know how to express them or not, whether you're willing to or not, are all different questions. That you are the created being with power is a true fact. So knowing that and accepting that, a beginning place, or a place to begin to increase that confidence, is to recognize your value. So list 5 things. What do you do today that's valuable? If you're a mom, maybe you chauffeur kids around, you make meals, you clean house, maybe you have a job also, and you are a designer of some kind. Each of those things are areas where you contribute value and you do something. Maybe you're an avid reader of a particular subject and you're really good at beadwork, or you're really good at making some kind of craft or jewelry. Those things are valuable. And the fact that you had the dedication to learn something is even more valuable. So the starting place for confidence is how much you appreciate, care for, and love yourself. Do you take care of yourself? Do you eat in a healthy way? Do you exercise? Do you smile? Do you express? Are you kind to yourself? If you change those habits, eat well, exercise, treat yourself kindly, like a friend, like someone you love. If you begin there, that will increase your confidence in everything. So that's taking care of yourself. Do you take care of your mind? Do you regularly read, stimulate your interest, study something? It doesn't matter what it is. Do you regularly try to grow in some way? All of those things affect your confidence in a positive way, because the more you learn, the more capable you feel, and it doesn't even matter what it's about. If your interest is in, mechanics and you fix cars, and yet you're in another situation with something else, you may not know anything about it, but the confidence will say, I don't really know anything about that, tell me. And that's a confident answer, instead of feeling bad and feeling left out or stupid because you're not up to speed on whatever that other conversation topic is. Self-confidence comes from knowing who you are as a divine being, strengthening and nurturing yourself, and loving yourself. That is the foundation of personal confidence. So if you don't have a ritual or a process or an intentional way to take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit, take responsibility for that and move those things way high on your priority list. And as you do that, in a short period of time, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you'll feel more confident because you're taking care of yourself and loving yourself more. Start that to work on increasing confidence.
Thank you for watching the videos. Take this opportunity, leave a comment, subscribe most of all, and don't forget to spread the word about this channel.